Hi everyone, my name is Jerry. Welcome back to Good Drive. Today we're going to check out the brand new 2023 Prius Prime. Now the Prime is the plug-in hybrid version of the Prius family and it's a stunning car. When I was in San Francisco this summer, I was walking on the street and the brand new Prius pulled across the corner and I was like, wow, the Prius has gotten really good looking. It's truly a head turner. Now a question that I want to delve deeper into is whether the new Prius is competitive in the current landscape. Back in 2012, when Priuses were selling at their highest point, they sold over 230,000 Priuses in the US alone. In 2022, last year, they sold a little bit over 33,000 Priuses, so a huge drop. Two contributing factors is, number one, most cars have higher MPGs now. And number two, so the advent of the electric cars. So let's take a deeper look at how good this Prius is. Let's go. Now the biggest selling point of the new Prius is the beautiful exterior. The roofline has decreased 2 inches and the wheelbase has extended 2 inches, giving it a more sporty stance. So the front headlights is sleek and modern, and the rear headlight is following the current automotive trend of being one singular line, and it looks great. For customers in the market for the Prius, MPG and efficiency are top priorities, so this car has to be aerodynamic. Now interestingly, the drag coefficient for the new Prius is 0.27 CD versus the previous generation of 0.24. So it seems like this car has lowered its aerodynamics, but because of the front grille with a lower area, the CDA actually reduces and it's comparable in terms of aerodynamics to the previous generation. Speaking of MPG, the Prius Prime has two types of MPG. There's an MPG E where it runs solely on the electric motors, and there's a hybrid mode regular MPG. So the base model SE has 127 MPG E and 52 MPG, and the XSE and XSE Premium has 114 MPG E and 48 MPG. All Prius Primes come with a 13.6 kilowatt battery, and with a level 2 charger, you can charge it full in 4 hours. Now the XSE Premium model has an optional solar roof, and the solar roof can produce extra electricity to power the AC or charge your phone. Under the hood of the Prius Prime, there's a Atkinson engine 2.0 liters plus 2 electric motors that creates a total output of 220 horsepower, which is a vast improvement over the previous generation's 120 horsepower. And this allows this new Prius to go from 0 to 60 in 6.5 seconds versus the 10 plus seconds in the previous generation. So Atkinson engine typically emphasizes MPG and efficiency over horsepower and speed. And what they did with this engine is they cranked up the compression ratio to 14:1 and it boosted the output to 150 horsepower versus the previous generation's 96 horsepower. And for the electric motors, they added more magnets into the electric motors, making it even more powerful. And overall, it just makes the car a lot faster. Another interesting part about this car is this rear handle. It's not actually a handle, it's an electric lock button, just like the Tesla. So you press it, it pops open, and there you go, it's pretty easy. And there's actually a manual button here in case the electronic lock fails. One of the most interesting parts of this car is this part on the door. In the event of an accident, if the door is smashed, this part helps stabilize and align the door to ensure that it can be opened. There are a few other playful features, with the Prius logo displayed in various places, and the Beyond Zero symbol maybe hinting at future electrification. Behind the license plate are words "since 1997", showing the Prius's history. Previous generation Prius and Prius Prime have drastically different design languages. But the new version, they look practically the same, but there are some key differences. The most obvious one is the charging port. The Prime has two, one for electric, one for gas. And the rear lights, the Prime has clear rear light, whereas the original Prius has red light. And the wheels are different, and the Prime has a red accent in the inside, which looks fantastic. The trunk space is quite spacious, what you expect. It's pretty standard. The seats go down 60/40. You can sleep in here if you want to go camping, glamping. And what's really interesting is this cover can fold in half for easier storage. And Toyota even gives us a first aid kit. And underneath, you can store your charging cables and other accessories. So the rear seats are quite comfortable. And given that many Priuses are used for Uber, this is very important. It's quite spacious. The materials are very soft, it's very comfortable. Even the armrest, the material is very soft leather or synthetic leather, soft tex, whatever they call it. I'm not the tallest person, I'm 5'6", but there's still ample headroom even though they decrease the roofline by 2 inches. And there's two USB-C outlets in the back and a 120 volt standard outlet. Sitting in here is quite comfortable. All the materials that are touchable are soft and they're high quality. The screen in the front is new to this generation's Prius. In the previous generation, the speedometer is attached to the middle, but they separated it out and they put the speedometer right in front of the driver's seat. It's not underneath the steering wheel, it's above the steering wheels. And that makes sense. It's kind of like in between the regular dash and heads-up display. But when you're looking far into the road, your eye doesn't have to adjust to switch between the views. The screen, the color, the clarity is very great. It's very easy to read. The center screen, it's 8 inches standard for the SE and XSE, and you can also get the 12.3 inch for the XSE, and it's standard 12.3 inch on the XSE Premium. And the screen is very easy to use, fairly simple, very intuitive. It's just that when I first pressed it, the beep is very loud. Now, speaking on sounds, this car has a lot of different sounds and chimes, and they're kind of like cute sounds. So much sound engineering that went into this car. What I really like is this charging here. It's quite natural for me to just put my phone in when I get in here. There's an indicator light that tells you whether it's charging or it's full. Overall, this car has 6 USB-C slots, 2 in the front, 2 in the middle, and 2 in the back. And there's these buttons that allow you to transition from a full EV mode to a hybrid mode. And there's this eye detect sensor in the front, and when you're not looking at the road for too long, it actually tells you to pay attention. The new Toyota Safety Sense 3.0 has pre-collision system, dynamic radar cruise control, lane departure alert, lane tracing assist, automatic high beams, and road sign assist. When testing the radar cruise control last night, I found it very useful and smooth. Compared to the Tesla autopilot, it required more of my attention, alerting me every few seconds to keep my hands on the wheel. And the XSE Premium has the optional 360-degree panoramic view. The driving experience was actually really great. I tried the eco mode and the sport mode. The sport mode tightens up the steering wheel. Even though when you purchase a Prius, it's not mainly for a driving experience, it definitely adds points to the car. Overall, I really like this car. They did everything right. They increased the horsepower. It's zippy and it's beautiful. The interior is really good quality and it has pretty much all the practicality that you expect. And the hybrid powertrain has many advantages. But after the Model 3 was released, I think the electric powertrain has been improved to a point where hybrid is just not competitive anymore. And Toyota is moving towards electrification. So I'm very excited to see all these good attributes that they have developed for this car be translated over to their new electric models. Thank you for watching. Hope you liked this video. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.